Hey, welcome to Integrative Preparedness. I'm Steve Smith. Well, I have kind of a major announcement today. First off, welcome to all the new people. Welcome to all the old people too. You guys, the ones who have been here for a long time, but welcome to all you people who have joined recently. We enjoy having you here. Welcome to everybody who has joined over on Patreon as well. What I wanted to announce, I wanted to talk a little bit about the blessings of freedom. Some of you immediately know what I'm talking about, and others are going, well, that sounds pretty good, but what is it? It's the book that I've been working on for over a year now. It usually doesn't take me that long to write a book, but you all know that I've had a lot of things going on. Anyway, I just finished it last night. And so that's for all of you who have been asking me, when's that book going to be ready? When's that book going to be ready? I've reread the series now and getting ready for it. When's it going to be out? Well, it's going to be out pretty soon. The name of it is The Blessings of Freedom. I'm going to talk about a little bit more about that in a minute. It's the fifth book in the Stonemont series. And so now what happens, I'll let you kind of know what the process here and what's going to happen now. When I get done writing the book, now I'm going to take whatever time it needs. Usually it takes about 2 to 3 weeks for me to go through and read the whole thing and do essentially the first level of editing on it. You know, trying to catch as many typos as I can, you know, switching the its to ats and things like that. Finding those places that I think a different word would sound better than the one that's in there. A sloppy sentence and things like that. Or if I think that something needs a little more explanation, or if there needs to be a better transition from one scene to another, all those things that I just kind of read it and I add or subtract in a way that I think makes the book better. And when I get to the end of that process, then I send the files, the digital files, to the publisher and request what's called a proof copy. Or 2 proof copies, actually, or sometimes more, because I have other people who have offered to read and help me with this. So I probably 5. And what that is, that's the paperback. They print out the paperback of the book. It's not meant to be resold. And they're also called author copies that authors order for themselves for this reason. And then I'll take one, and Kelly will take one, and I might give a couple to other people. And we'll all go through it, and I'll do another little skim editing and see if I like the way that it's laid out and how it flows, and try to catch more typos. And then Kelly tries to catch the ones that I didn't catch. And if anybody else is involved in the process, they'll catch what they can. And I take all those together and I go through the original manuscript, and I go through page by page, and I change and I correct all of the mistakes that we found. And then I'll order another proof copy, and I'll have it rushed to me from the publisher. And then I'll go through that and make sure that all the mistakes were corrected, that I like the layout in the paperback copy, and anything else that I just kind of at the last minute say, forgot that, need to do that, need to do whatever it is. That usually takes a couple of weeks there. So, that whole process usually takes, it could be anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks, somewhere in there. And then I get another, I order a fast copy, take one more look, make sure everything's good. And then I'll send, once I like it, once I approve, then I'll tell the publisher, okay, now make it available for sale. And it will then be put up on Amazon and in Kindle and in paperback. And there you go. I think that's about it. The title itself, The Blessings of Freedom. Many of you immediately recognized that. Did I say that's the title of this book? It is. If I didn't say that, the 5th book in the Stonemont series. The title, The Blessings of Freedom, came from a quote by Thomas Paine. And many of you probably know that. And the quote was that those who expect to reap the blessings of freedom must, like men, endure the fatigues of supporting it. or of its support. It's said both ways. And there's a great lesson there. I did an entire video over on American reversion today. And I talked about, and I would suggest those of you who are interested in what's going on in our country and the political aspects and what our country may be coming to, what may be happening, what's happened to it, and what may be happening in the future, I'd love you to come over and subscribe at American Reversion. We're getting many more people over there. As I said, we just went through 1,000, and I kept my promise that when we went over 1,000 subscribers on American Reversion, I would not go swimming in a frozen fjord or lake, and I kept my promise. I didn't. You all know who that's a reference to, and good for him. So that's the, one more thing. I also finished the design of the cover, and I have put that over on Patreon. And so if you all would like to be among the first to see the cover of the new book, just go over there and it'll be there. Those who are on American Reversion, they got to see it earlier this morning. And I know some of you are also over on American Reversion. So if you'd like to see that, it's over there. Anyway, it's been a long haul, and I'm happy to have this book in the can, as it were. Excited to get it out there. Excited for you all to be able to buy it and read it, and I'll love the comments that I get afterward. And now I'll be starting on the next book. And I'll have more time now. As many of you know, I've been kind of my schedule's been full with a lot of things over the last year, and things with my old corporate job and all that, which I no longer have to deal with. So now I guess I'm a full-time writer, and occasionally I'll come on and do YouTube and Patreon just as much, because we're going to be putting a lot more work into American Reversion. So that's the news. I hope you all are excited about it and look forward to getting the books. If there's anything else I was going to say, I don't think there was. If there was, it must not be that important. So anyway, so that's it. You all have a good day. Remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. And a great way to prepare today would be reading my books, wouldn't it? Now, you all have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.